Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Ketchum alongside my sidekick, Frank Tomlinson, and welcome to a wet Spartan Stadium. In today's matchup between the 5-1 Cowboys and the 4-2 Saints. I'd have to imagine that both Chester Lewis, the head coach of the Cowboys, and Jake Wheeler, the coach for the Saints, are talking about ball security. I think it's got to be one of the number one concerns, as the conditions here are terrible here on a Sunday afternoon. Frank, what's it going to take for the Cowboys or Saints to be hoisting the Lombardi Trophy in a little over an hour?
Yeah, Michael, you've said it. The conditions here are wet and nasty, so I think both coaches are probably preaching ball security. Offensively for the Cowboys, Chester Lewis has found a superstar in Mac Elliott, who's become RB1 for the Cowboys. And he likes to get outside, and that's going to put a lot of stress on the Saints' defense, specifically their ends with Bulky and Key, their corners with Peter Rice and Fitz Hansen, and their linebackers with both Mac Darden and Hardy Mitchell. Offensively, for the Saints, they have maybe the slickest running back in the league with Van Bulke. Again, Hardy Mitchell runs for them as well, and Mac Darden. I think one more thing to note is the trenches. This is a wet game, and you have two of the best bigs going head-to-head, and it's going to be interesting how they use them on defense, both of them. For the Saints, Wesley Queen, and for the Cowboys, you've got Edward Maroulis. And really going to be a heck of a game here. Whoever wins the turnover battle is likely going to win this game.
Yeah, Frank, and let's talk a little bit about how they got into this game. Last week, two really hard-fought games in the semifinal matches. The 5-1 Cowboys took on the Falcons, and they really just overpowered the Falcons. The Falcons, it was a tough day. Falcons had a great season, but really the Cowboys at 5-1, they've been one of the top teams in the league all season long. As we look on the other sideline, we've got the
welcome to Spartan Stadium, where the sun is always shining. For the fourth grade
as we look on the other side, 4-2, the Saints, they really fought back in the second half. A tremendous effort by the Raiders.
Yeah, heck of a
they were down 18-6 at halftime. Final score 20-18. They shut the Raiders down in the second half. Had a will to win. They were not going to be denied, and they find themselves here hoping to hoist that Lombardi Trophy in less than an hour.
Yeah, talking about the Cowboys, I think what happened with the Falcons is they started keying on Mac Elliott, and Boyd Parks Bennett hit him hard with a reverse late in that second half. That pretty much sealed the game. He has really come on strong this year. And then for the Saints, what we need to see out of them today is how they're going to get outside. I think everybody will notice the Cowboys like to play very tight defensively. If you can get outside, you've got a chance, and they've got a running back to do this. The flip side of that is having Wesley Queen, having some of those other big bodies like Patrick Roy, can they move this big Cowboys team? We've heard it before. It's not about the X's and O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes, and that's what we've got out here today with both of these teams. They are absolutely star-studded across the board.
Yeah, and I think tackling is going to be important in a day like this. It's going to be tough out there. Folks are going to be slippery, and that ball could go on the ground. They got to be looking for the opportunity for a turnover. They got to make sure that they protect the rock and make sure that they don't miss tackles. And we'll see which team has the desire, which team wants it more, and it's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, and the Cowboys also, one thing to note is they play Gordy Davis at safety, who's one of the better athletes in the grade, and he flies around. His impact will be tremendous.
All right, folks.
Introducing the fourth grade Saints, led by coaches Jake Wheeler and Woody Woodford. Number 0, Patrick Roy. Pretty quick. Number 2, Van Bulke. Number 3, Peter Rice. Number 7, Brooks Key. Number 8, Walker Greenhall. Number 9, Smith Donnell. Number 14, Mac, birthday boy, Darden. Number 16, Vance Graham. Number 17, Weaver Hanson. Number 23, Hardy Mitchell Jr. Number 27, Fitz Hanson. Number 71, Wesley Queen. Number 77, Charlie Bastar. And number 88, Wells Tillman. Now introducing the 4th grade Cowboys, led by Coach Rob Davis and Coach Chester Lewis. Number 1, Gordy Davis. Number 2, Caleb Donovan. Number 3, Edward Drennan. Number 5, Camp Turner. Yeah. Number 4, Wade Brook.
Yeah, I definitely did. So we're back to Crawford, right?
Number 6, Crawford Davis. Number 8, Caleb Spittler. Number 12, Adrian Lovell. Number 17, Mac Elliott. Number 34, Parks Bennett. Number 44, Billy Davis. Number 56, Edward Marules.
Is it Villano? Yeah,
Number 59, Cash Bellato. And number 60, Charlie Kroll.
All right, Michael. Players have been called. Showtime.
Let's see. Do we have captains out there? It looks like our team captains for the Super Bowl on the Cowboys. We're going to have Mac Elliott, and I think we're going to have Gordy Davis out there. We're going to have Wesley Queen, Mac Darden, Hardy Mitchell Jr.,
And Peter Rice.
and Peter Rice.
You know, one thing that's going to be interesting is you cannot stress enough the center in a game like this. Both these teams run out of the shotgun. Weaver Hanson is your center for the Saints, and Wade Brook is your center for the Cowboys. That could play a factor today as that ball gets wet. There are towels down there. They try to keep them dry, but there is no way, with as wet as this field is and the rain still coming down, to do anything but play with a sloppy ball.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned from looking at. I was talking with the locker room of the Cowboys a little bit earlier. Wade Brooks, he decided to have nerds for his pregame meal, so we'll see how that works out.
Margaret and Will just loading him up with some sugar.
Yeah.
I wonder if he eats the clusters or the more traditional nerd.
I think Halloween time we're just eating a lot more clusters.
I couldn't agree more, Michael. All right, here we go. Looks like the Saints
Saints are going to be on defense first, I believe. I believe the Cowboys are coming out with their offense. We've got Gordy Davis behind center.
Nope.
Whoa. They have deferred. The Cowboys deferred to the second half, so we're going to see the Saints. We're going to see the Saints starting it from the 20-yard line. You know, I think this is good for the Saints to see if the Saints can establish some tempo, have some success, maybe take some time off the clock. The Saints are not a big play team. They like to nickel and dime you down the field.
Hardy Mitchell.
All right, Hardy Mitchell.
Yeah, a little hesitation there by Hardy, trying to get settled into this game. He's a hard runner, and he will figure that out, but it's going to be interesting. 2nd and 10 here for the Saints. They need some points against this strong Cowboys team.
All right, we got Boyke. Coming off the end. Who was that? Who was that on?
That was Billy Davis. Wild Bill just came off the corner there and absolutely blew up Van Bolke.
You know, we heard that hit all the way up here in the press box. They are fired up. All right, we've got 3rd and long. We're going to see the first pass of the game today. Bolke taking it out of Wildcat. Bolke fakes the end around, and he has got it. He's broken free. He's gone. Nobody will catch him. He is going to score the first touchdown of the game. And so, I think the Cowboys, they hesitated for one step, and that's all it took for Van to get out into the open. And once he's in space, he's a hard one to catch.
Man, great play call there by Jacob Wheeler, the fake reverse, and put the ball in your superstar's hand. A little bit of misdirection with that fake reverse. He got the corner, and that's what we talked about. Those Cowboys play tight. If you can get the edge, you can score on them. And you saw there he drew up a play just to do that. Let's see what they do. They're going for 1 here, Michael.
Yep. All right, we got Van behind center out of the Wildcat. Same formation as what the play they just ran.
He's running weak.
He's going to go the weak. He's got the edge, and he is in. So we have a 7-0 game, 1 minute, 19 seconds taken off the clock, and Saints lead it by 7.
That 3-play scoring drive is brought to you
Man,
by
absolutely.
Brook.
Some great blocking by the Saints there. Anchored by Wes Queen, but, Vance Graham was up there pushing some people around. Again, Patrick Roy. They are just absolutely loaded athletically. All right, here we go, Cowboys.
All right, Mac Elliott's going to take it Wildcat. He's going to run up the middle. He's not going to find much. A host of Saints there to take him down. Finished off by number 71, Wesley Queen.
Yeah, Smith Donnell was in there again. Vance Graham was in there.
It's a good sign early. They are all flying around to the football.
Looks like they're making some adjustments here. Brooks Key coming to the strong side.
All right, Gordy Davis behind center. He's going to take
Gordy
the snap.
going weak side. And Van Bolke.
Around left side, tackled by Van Bolke.
And again, Smith Donnell right in the action.
Yeah, Van, that didn't fool anybody. Van saw that coming. He got right upfield and made the tackle.
Let me tell you something. This is a huge 3rd down for Dallas.
Yeah, we've got 3rd and about 15.
Going to the
Mac
well
Elliott.
here, Mackey.
Mac Elliott.
Mackey.
He's not going to get there. He is not going to get there. And I think you've got a Brooks Key in there with the stop.
Yeah, great tackle by Brooks. You got to assume they're probably going to punt, and they are.
Yep. Not the start you want if you're a Cowboys fan. 3 and out. Really went backwards.
I'm going to tell you this, Michael. If Jacob Wheeler can put a drive together here with this New Orleans team, it is going to send shockwaves through all of Mount Brook. Cowboys heavy favorites going into this game
On the 40, 1st and 8.
at the local sports book. All right, here they go. Will Stillman breaking the huddle. Lead them out to the line. Look at this bunch formation.
We got a bunch formation, and they got them. They got them off of the. Going on two.
Offsides, Cowboys.
Van Bulke really excited to catch him there. And what that does is that's going to force the Cowboys to play on their heels. They can't, you do it once, you're not going to shoot the snap every time.
All right, let's see. Wade Brooks with a great snap. Mac Darden off to the right-hand side. Mac has gotten around the edge. He's cutting it back in. A lot of work there for about a yard pickup, but we're going to have
around the right end for 2 yards.
We're going to have second, and it looks like 1. He got a little bit more than I thought initially. He just kept fighting.
So we've seen 3 different ball carriers already for the Saints. In Bulke, Darden, and Hardy Mitchell.
All right, Saints come out in their power formation.
Got him.
And they got him again. They got him again.
Offsides, Cowboys.
Cowboys were a little overly aggressive on the snap. And you got to think that's in the back of their heads now.
First down, midfield. What is Jacob Wheeler going to draw up here? Playing tight on that far side, and they're going to stack it over there. We'll see if Bulke tries to get. No, who is that? Darden? No, Hardy Mitchell.
Hardy Mitchell Jr.
Some
little confusion
backfield
there with Brooks Key, and I think that was a very, very negative play. We're going to go back. Loss of 5 yards. That's what the Cowboys needed, though. They needed a negative play.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion there in the backfield, and I'm not sure if that was a reverse to Brooks or if it was a fake reverse and Hardy tries to get the edge there. But nonetheless, they collided, and big mistake there for New Orleans.
All right, it looks like we've got Darden in Wildcat. We've got Bunch to the right.
Reverse.
Same kind of action,
Cuts
reverse,
and
we've got Bulke.
Bulke,
he's out to the edge. He's going to have a first down, and he is brought out of bounds at about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, you see so many teams try to run that reverse out to your 7 or your 8 hole there. Bulke just cut that right up into the 3 and then cut it out to the edge. One of the elite runners of the grade, and he shows it there. Man, he has come out firing on all cylinders today.
That just helps to neutralize the aggressiveness of the Cowboys. And so, those ends, they've got to stay home with these reverses. They can't be chasing the ball. We've got Darden back in Wildcat. Got Darden going to bring it up the middle.
Weak side.
Darden's got space. He's broken a tackle, and the birthday boy out at the 10-yard line. And you can see a little bit of pep in the step right now with the Saints. They have just controlled this quarter. We're at 2:15 on the clock. And we got first and goal.
First and 8 on the 9.
Saints taking their time in the huddle. All right, they're coming out in their bunch formation.
Yeah, you got Wells Tillman split out.
You've got Bulke. Bulke going
up the middle. Ball's loose.
They're fighting. It's hard to say. I think the Saints have that.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to have second down, but
jumped on that?
Could have been a disaster.
On the play, recovered by Mac Darden.
Mac D.
Darden got on it.
There's your birthday present, Mac Darden.
So we got second and 15. Well, we knew these conditions were going to have a factor in this game, and that was the first time we saw it.
All right, they're bunched up again. Bulke
in the back. They got him. That is the third offsides penalty of the game. The Cowboys are going to have to be more disciplined than that if they want to win this game.
You know, it has worked every time that Jacob Wheeler is called for the hard count, and you just wonder how many more times he's going to do it. I guess you do it until they stop jumping.
All right, we got the Saints coming out. Bulky behind center. He's off to the right-hand side.
Did he get the corner?
I think,
Flag on the play.
He's down to the 1 yard line, but I think that one's going to come back. I think we've got holding.
Holding on the Saints.
And that's going to bring us back.
Yeah, and I couldn't really see who that was on, but there was some bodies flying around out there on that far side. Still a heck of a run by Bulky.
So we're going the wrong direction here, Frank. We're second down and 20. But, you know, that hasn't stopped the Saints so far today.
Same thing, but
all right, we've got Darden.
Quarterback.
We got the action. And we've got a fantastic tackle out of there by Camp Turner.
Great tackle, Camp, all by himself.
Yes. Yeah, he was where he needed to be, and he made the play.
Yeah, and he broke down. He tackled him low, one-on-one. That play had fooled some of the Cowboy linebackers there, and Camp stayed at home, made the tackle. Great job, Camp.
I think that's going to be the last play of the quarter, Frank. This is going to wind us down, and we're going to end first quarter 7-0. Saints ahead.
So what do you do here, Michael, if it's third and 16, third and 17, 18 yards? Of course, there's no field goals. You're not going to punt it, so you got 2 plays to get the first down, which is to basically score. What are you drawing here, and what have you liked so far out of this Saints offense?
Well, I think the Saints they're going to go back to the well. They're going to go back to what's been working for them. They're going to run some jet sweep action. Will they hand off? I don't know. Will they line up in the bunch formation? But I'm telling you what the Cowboys got to do. The Cowboys got to watch the ball, because I think we may see them come out on 2, and then the Cowboys have got to force the Saints back inside. They're letting them get to the outside, and then they're killing them, letting them get down the sideline. And so if our defensive ends can stay at home, we can force the runners back inside. I think the Cowboys got a chance. If not, we're going to be staring at 13-0 early in the second quarter.
All right, here they come back on the field. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Where the Cowboys can get you is inside, and they have got to figure out a way to stop these running backs from getting outside.
Let's get ready for the second quarter. Saints ball, 3rd and 18.
All right, Bulky's going left. They're there. We got to make the tackle.
Good run by Bulky.
Nice tackle by the Honey Badger, Gordy Davis.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, Charlie Kroll, defensive guard, absolutely blew through that line there. That talks about, we were talking about how it's hard to run up the middle on him. Well, when you're anchored by Charlie Kroll and Edward Maroulis, it's hard to run up the middle. So even with Wes Queen anchoring the Saints, it's interesting how dominant Dallas is right there on the defensive line. Let's see.
All right. Well, we've got Caleb Donovan. We've got Camp Turner on the corners. It's going to be important for them here to stay at home. Looks like the Saints jumped, went a little bit early. That's going to cost them 5.
Yeah, they were running some type of reverse or fake reverse there, and somebody jumped a little early. I would think you're probably going to see some type of misdirection action. The Saints are coming out in their bunch formation.
You know what? Cowboys are showing discipline. They are not going
There
to
we
jump.
go,
And
Dallas.
you know what? And they're going to have to – they're going to force the Saints to burn a timeout.
Yeah, I still think that was smart by Jacob, just trying to steal 5 yards back. But Cowboys seem to have figured that one out. That was a heads-up play by those Cowboy linemen. Here we go. And
all right, Saints are coming out quick. They're ready to go. All right. They are spread now. Boyke to the right. Oh,
what a cutback.
what a cut, and he's not going to get there. He's
Ball's
not going to
out.
get there. Ball's out and out of bounds. But you know what? On fourth down, either way, it was going to be the Cowboys' ball, and that is a huge stop.
Yeah, I think that was Wild Bill Davis who came in there and made that play and stopped Boyke. Looks like Boyke's a little shaken up, too.
Is he walking a little gingerly out there?
Yeah, it's favoring his arm. That may be something to watch.
All right.
Good to hear John Bastar's here.
Mac Elliott. Oh, he's ran into his own player, but he's powering through up to the 30-yard line. Strong run.
Yeah, Chester just going to the well there, going to Mac Elliott. Been his workhorse all year. And that's exactly why. I mean, if he gets to the second level, if he didn't run into his own player there, he's probably gone. When he gets to the second level, he is as fast as anybody in the grade.
All right, Elliott behind center, out of Wildcat. Patrick Roy.
Gordy Davis.
Gordy Davis, excuse me. Gordy Davis with the carry. Not much.
Gordy Davis to the left, tackled by Brooks Key.
That's not the first time we've heard Brooks Key's name mentioned today. He's playing a great game out there at end. So this will be interesting here for Chester. Second and long. See some shifting by Saints defense to adjust to the strong side.
Mac Elliott, he's looking for a crease. He's not gonna find one, but he did find 5 yards. A solid carry.
Yeah, even when you stop him there, he picks up 5. He just has a tendency to fall forward, and that's a thing we've seen out of all great running backs is they just have a tendency to do that. All right, here we go. Third. This is a big third down.
It's third down, and I think where they are on the field, you got to think there's 2 plays to get it here. So you don't have to panic. Ooh, we saw a little bit extra movement there.
There's that Parks reverse.
Parks Bennett on the reverse, cuts back. He's got a first down and more. Parks Bennett to the 15-yard line, almost 16-yard line.
Yeah, they had him in the backfield and they couldn't get him down. It looks like Hardy Mitchell came across to clean it up, but a great run by Parks. Just when you start keying on Mac, they'll hit that reverse with Parks, and he is shifty. 4 minutes to go here. Cowboys driving, seeing if they can answer.
Mac Elliott up the middle and was hit hard.
Yeah, but
let's see who got in there. I think that was number 23, Hardy Mitchell Jr.
Yeah, Graham was in there. Queen was in there. All right, they're strong on this near side.
All right, we're shifting. Defensive shifting. Oh, they were not quite ready for that.
Let's see
Mac Elliott trying to get outside. He's not going to do it, but again, he's chipping away. He's going to pick up 3 hard-earned yards. It's going to put him in great position.
I mean, same thing we were just talking about. Wesley Queen, maybe the biggest kid in the grade, came around there to make that tackle, and Mac still seemed to pick up, a couple yards, even with Queen pulling on him.
Yeah, Queen. He refers to himself as the Rock, so he's very difficult to move.
A lot of movement by New Orleans here.
All right, Elliott behind center.
Weak side.
Elliott's going off the left-hand side. He cuts up. It's going to be real close, but I think they're going to be a little bit short. I think it's going to be 4th and 1, and this is critical.
Man, I'll tell you, as quick as these games go by, to your point, if If they pick this up here, that's huge. If the Saints stop them, my goodness, they've still got time to score.
Saints are not going to go to goal line. They're going to play their base defense.
Gordy
here.
under middle, Gordy under center.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that he got it. He ran into the defensive line there for the Saints.
What a stop by New Orleans.
Wow. And they will not get it. You know, that's one of those plays you want to mark down, because I think that could be one of those that you look back on as a missed opportunity for the Cowboys when you get into the fourth quarter.
All right, so remember, the Cowboys are going to get the ball coming out of the half. The question becomes, can New Orleans score on this drive? They've got we're about at the 2-minute warning.
They're going to get the snap off before the 2-minute warning.
Bulky corner.
He's dancing. He's turning those feet. He is still going. You know, he just runs so hard. Not the biggest guy out there, but he's got a big heart.
All right, so the clock stops. 2-minute warning. Minute 54 to go. And they are almost to midfield now.
Yep, Saints, they've got one timeout. They did burn the timeout earlier in the half when they were not able to draw the Cowboys offsides. So I don't think that's going to become a factor. I think there's plenty of time on the clock. Saints are coming in their bunch formation. Bulky behind center and Wildcat. He's off to the right. He's cutting it back. He's going to pick up a couple. But they're going to have to move a little faster than that. 140 and counting.
Van Bulky up the middle. Tackled by Edward Marules and Cash Gelato.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here. If the Saints don't move the ball very far on this play, what they decide to do. All right, it looks like they got Hardy.
Hardy behind. Brooks keep coming around. That's in a fantastic tackle up there.
Hardy's out of bounds.
I think Camp Turner again with the stop. Out of bounds, 1:18 on the clock. We got 3rd and 2.
Third and 1 at midfield.
For the Cowboys, do you go into goal line here?
I don't think that the Saints are going to run the ball up the middle. They've had success outside. I say that, and looks like they're lining up in their bunch. So if they do, yeah, I'm blitzing here.
Bunch formation. Ooh, they almost got him. And out of bounds. That's going to be close. It depends on the spot.
Boy, Camp Turner.
They gave it to him. They're going to have first down. Camp Turner was there.
Camp Turner made a great play to slow him down there. And it's funny, I was talking to Commissioner Daniel Drennan this morning about this game, and he mentioned specifically Camp and how good he has gotten this year. So kudos to Camp Turner. The league office recognizes your talent. Bulky
off to the left. Crawford Davis had a hand on him, couldn't make the play. But you know what? There was not much damage done there.
Van Bulky to the left, tackled by Caleb Donovan.
Clock's running. We're at 58.
Yeah, Parks Bennett there. Edward Drennan came over. Part of that tackle as well.
All right, we got Darden behind center. Darden takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Hardy Mitchell Jr. He's not going to make much. And the Saints are going to take their final timeout of the half.
All right, so 33 seconds to go. Third down. The most important thing is you don't want to do anything stupid if you're Jacob Wheeler.
Timeout of the half. None left.
Are you calling 2 plays in the huddle? I think you got to.
33 seconds. I think if you got the first, you'd spike it. If you don't get the first, you're probably going to run a pass play.
All right, they've got their big side on the right side of the line. You got 71, Charles Bastar out there, Wesley Queen on your right side. You got to think it's going to go to the right.
All right, Darden
Matt going right. Ooh, and
Camp Turner.
Camp Turner's there again. He's holding on, and it will be 4th and long.
Yeah.
Clock's running. You got 20 seconds.
Camp just Camp is being awfully disruptive on that far side. Here's Bulkey, weak side.
Bulkey taking to the left. And he's going to be tackled inbounds. We're going to have 6 seconds going the other way. Cowboys are going to get a snap.
And Bulkey to the left. Tackled by
So that's a turnover on downs.
It's going to be interesting to see if the Saints make any adjustments on their defensive backfield.
At their own 24.
They've still got to be alert. They've got to play this play out because Mac Elliott, as we've seen all season long, he doesn't need much of a crease. And if he can get into the open field, you're not going to catch him.
Mac Elliott has been favoring his arm or elbow. I don't think we can stress to you guys enough at home how cold it is. It's been such a mild fall thus far, and the weather flipped on us today, and it's kind of shocked everybody. Yeah, they've got.
All right, we're gonna come out with Gordy Davis in the Wildcat. Gordy's going to go back and he's going to pass, and it's going to be caught by Caleb Spittler. Caleb is going to get to the 20-yard line, but I do not believe there's any time left, and that's going to take us to halftime.
Good catch, Caleb.
That's the end of the first half.
I'm not sure I wouldn't go back to that play if I was Chester Lewis in the second half. But nonetheless, that's the end of the first half here, and there's some shocked fans at Spartan Stadium as the Saints have a 7-0 lead on the Cowboys. Michael, tell us, what are the keys to the second half for the Cowboys to get back in this?
Let's welcome the Saints.
Well, I thought we were going to see more fireworks in the first half. We saw first drive of the game, Saints coming out. They took it on a 3-play drive, scored. Those were the only points of the half. The Cowboys, I think, Cowboys are going to have to.
Cowboys are going to need to figure out how to run. All right, let's take a quick break and let's meet our cheerleaders.
All right.
Introducing the Saints cheerleaders.
Squad mom, Elizabeth Hollis. Margaret Argo. Ava Collins. Gray Graham. Kate Hollis. Ella Lawrence. Ann Moore. Taylor Rawell. Maddie Rush. Carlisle Talafero. Maggie Kate Twitty.
Give it up to the 4th grade Saints cheerleaders. And now welcome to the field, the 4th grade Cowboys cheerleaders. Squad mom Mala Hirsch. Lindley
Monicus. Abby Gannon. Ida Hirsch. Ava Matthews. Ansley Rhodes. Gracie Robery. Edie Shoulders.
Let's give it up for the 4th grade Cowboys cheerleaders. Field for the second half.
And we're back.
1st and 8 for the Cowboys.
1st and 8. Cowboys are going to have the ball coming out as they deferred. And we are about to start the third quarter. You know, Frank, very low-scoring first half. We were talking right before we went to break what it's going to take the Cowboys to find some success, to break open. You know, what's holding them back right now?
I think that if you're Chester Lewis, you got to go with what's working. Gordy Davis up the middle, throws some reverses in there with Parks, and Mac Elliott outside. It looked like a false start.
We had a little bit of early movement there. That was on
False start on the Cowboys.
number 8, Crawford Davis, I believe.
And here's the problem with this drive.
Excuse me, Caleb Spittler, I think, left just a little bit early.
Here's the problem with this drive for the Cowboys. They have to score, because if they give the ball back to the Saints and the Saints score as fast as these games go, it's going to be an uphill battle. So critical drive here.
All right, Mac Elliott to the right. He's going to go back to the
Backside,
left. He's going backside. He's found a little bit of crease, and he got the penalty yards back and some.
Mac Elliott.
I mean, that was a busted play. It was a great job on the far side there.
Cowboys continued to block.
Yeah, I think Brooks Key broke that play up on the far side and then came back and made the tackle. Really, really good stuff.
All right, we got Mac Elliott behind center. We got the Saints shifting. We got Mac Elliott. He's found a crease. He's a little bit free. Mac Elliott fighting through tackles. He is going, and he is not going to be caught. However, there is a flag on the field back at the line of scrimmage. And when you see that, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, we're going to have a holding call.
I'll tell you, the Saints made a late shift there and moved Patrick Roy and Queen over to that near side. And both of those guys got up in there, and it looked like, I couldn't tell if it was on Queen or Roy, but one of them was held. They were there to make the play. Boy, that is a big penalty right there.
Yep, that is. That hurts, but, hey, first time we've seen Mac Elliott get a little bit of daylight, broke through some tackles. Is that going to be the run that gets him going?
Gordy Davis
off of the left side. Gordy finding. He's got around the edge. He's down the sideline. And just a great run. Picked up about 15.
And
Gordy Davis with a nice run
mention him again. Brooks Key.
Brooks Key and
comes over and makes a tackle.
I think and Walker Greenhall was there. Chili Dog getting into the action, and we're going to have 3rd and 5. We're going to have Elliott in the Wildcat.
Looks like they're going to keep Queen and Roy on that strong side. Reverse to Parks.
Parks Bennett coming through. Had nowhere to go. He is swarmed by a host of Saints.
Really good play there by Fitz Hansen, too, to stay at home. We've seen corners, try to run across the field and make that tackle and bite on the fake. He stayed at home. It forced Parks back inside, and they made the tackle.
Vance Graham was there. Peter Rice was there. Just a host of Saints to force a 4th down. This is big. We've got 4th and about 3. And Cowboys, they're going to punt. They're not going to chance it right now with a low-scoring game. They seem to have settled in defensively, and so they're not going to take the risk. Still lots of time, 5:23 left in the third.
Yeah, I believe Chester thinks he's got the better defense in this game and that they can stop him. But with that being said, this could be your ball game if the Saints can find a way to score.
All right, Hardy Mitchell under center. He's going to go to the right.
Good block.
And Mac Elliott coming out to make the stop. Looks like about a 2-yard gain. So we've got 2nd and 6.
Hardy looked a little more comfortable running the ball there than he did in the first half. a little bit quicker. Again, Camp Turner just flew up in there and busted that play. He's down there talking about Camp. He's down there talking to Mackey. Reverse.
Darden, he's not going to find any daylight. He's going to lose a couple there, and so it's going to put us in 3rd and long. And this is exactly what you need if you're the Cowboys, and this is why you punt.
Yeah, really interesting play call there by Jacob. Knowing how critical a first down is to potentially run a play that could lose yardage like that. All right. Weak side with Bulkey.
Bulkey's fighting, but he is not going to get there, and he's going to be about 2 yards short.
Let's see
so what are the Saints going to do? They're thinking about it right now. I think the Saints are going to go. I think they feel they can come out in their bunch formation. I think they feel that they can overpower the Cowboys here. Something to watch here is
are they going to go on two?
I'd be watching the ball if I'm a Cowboys defensive lineman.
Let's see. All right, they got Hardy back there at quarterback. Yep. And that was a false start.
Ooh, what do we have? We got a false start. I think this is going to take the decision-making out of Coach Wheeler's hands. I think he's going to you got to think he's going to punt now.
You know, that was pretty interesting. As the underdog there, it's actually 4th down, even though the sign says 2nd. I wouldn't have been surprised to see him go for that. Maybe it'd run Mac Darden.
Elect to punt.
And
Bulkey weak side, but they're going to punt.
Cowboys get the ball back. Still a 1-score game. 3:15 left in the 3rd. Clock's really going to start moving now, Frank.
Yeah.
I think we've got it at the most. If I'm thinking about possessions, maybe 3 possessions left this game.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I think you're probably right. Here we go.
All right, Mac Elliott. No, we got
Gordy Davis.
Gordy Davis. He's looking. He got around the edge. He's still going. Pushed out.
Walker Greenhall.
Walker Greenhall out. Chili Dog gets him out, but not before a first down. Ed Drennan leading the way. And the Cowboys are on the move.
Mackey at quarterback.
And he's all going to go off to the right-hand side. He's going to get
block.
around the edge.
Marks.
He's still running. And a host of Saints there. I see Brooks Key popping up.
Mac Elliott to the right, tackled by a host of Saints, led by Peter Rice and Mac Darden.
Yeah, Mac Darden had gotten up there, and Parks Bennett, great block to help Mac get the edge there. All right, 2nd down, big play. Great run.
Wow, hard running. Put his head down.
To the left for a Cowboys first down.
Ran over a Saint. Got a new set of downs.
You know, they're a little bit like thunder and lightning. Mac is so fast and hits the hole, and Gordy is just a downhill runner. And Chester's not taking any chances. He's just going to...
He's going to go right at you.
He's going to go back to one of his 2 workhorses.
So Mac Elliott was cut off by Wesley Queen. Wesley Queen blew that play up in the backfield. He shot upfield, and Mac wanted to get to the outside, and Queen said no.
Key tried to take the ball there. Heads up play.
All right, we got 2nd and long. Gordy Davis. He got around the edge. He cut inside. He is out of bounds at the 5-yard line. What a fantastic run.
Corey Davis around left end, pushed out of bounds by Fitz Hansen. First and goal from the 5.
Saints did a great job shutting down Mack for all intents and purposes in that first half, and it looks like Chester has found something here with Gordy this half. Brooks Key. We've got
tackle
in the backfield.
Wesley Queen was there. Patrick Roy was there.
So they're lining up. The Saints are lining up Roy and Queen typically next to each other. Two really, really good athletes. You can see them on the far side here.
Yep. Mack's going to run to the strong side. He cuts it up. He is not going to get there. It is going to be 3rd and 3. And
that may be it for the third quarter.
Elliott up the middle, tackled by Vance Graham.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys are going to run a play here. I think the Cowboys are going to go to the fourth quarter.
And that's the end of the third period.
We're going to move into the fourth quarter. Cowboys are threatening 3rd and goal. You know, this is going to be a two-play, two-down territory for the Cowboys to punch it in.
So there's some interesting things going on here. If the Cowboys score, do they go for 1 or do they go for 2? If the Cowboys don't score, the Saints really need 2 first downs, and the Cowboys are going to be in a big hole. And this fourth quarter is brought to you by Gus's Hot Dogs. Whether it's a slaw dog or a chili dog, fries or a hamburger, Gus's. Open 6 days a week. Crestline Village, Church Street.
Start the fourth quarter. Cowboy ball. 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
And I'll tell you, Wade Brook has done a tremendous job at center today with that. Good.
Mack Elliott, he's going to run. He's going to go outside.
Cuts
He's
it
cutting
back
it up. He is short. I don't think he made it. I think we're going to go.
Hardy Mitchell just absolutely put a lick on him. Great run by Mack.
We're going to have 4th and 1.
Hardy Mitchell Jr.
4th and inches.
All right, so if you're the Saints, you got to be thinking that they're going to go Gordy Davis center. That makes the most sense. He's your downhill back.
What do we got? We got timeout.
Got an official timeout.
What are we doing?
Let's see what the Saints decide to do here.
All right, here we go. Saints are in bunch formation. They have got Mack Elliott behind center. Mack, he is in trouble. He is not going to get it. It is stopped. Immediate penetration. Wesley Queen was back there.
Big stop by the Saints defense.
Interesting play call there. It looked like he wanted to go outside, even though they were showing up the middle block formation.
On their own 4.
This thing is not over. We've got 7 minutes and 14 seconds left. The Saints have got to find a way to get a couple first downs. A lot of firepower in Dallas.
All right, clock is running. Bulky behind center. Bulky's going to go right up the gut. He's going to pick up. I think he's going to pick up about 4. That's going to leave him with 2nd and 4.
Yeah,
and if he can do that, the rest of the night, they'll take it.
A good tackle there by Edward Maroulis. They've not run up the middle much today because of some of those really good linemen in Dallas, including Edward. All right.
Oh, it looks like we've got offsides on the Cowboys.
They're going to talk about this one. Let's see what they decide.
I thought I saw the Cowboys jump, but I think. I'm looking at the reaction from, and we have a false start. So, okay. So they twitched. They moved.
Man, and I'll tell you, that is a big play. That all but give you the first down. Now you got to dig deep on second down, and you've only got 2 downs here to get it. You're going to certainly punt from here if you don't pick it up on third.
Well, we're still second down.
You got to think you're going to see Bulky.
You got to see Bulky. He's going to go to the weak side. He's running hard and strong tackle. Gordy Davis finishing him off. Clock is running. But we got eight yards there, and we're going to have 3rd and 2.
Big third down. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out and try to hard count it and then call timeout.
3rd and 2.
But if you're the Saints, you got to stand still. Long time in the huddle there for Jacob Wheeler. They got him.
They got him.
They got him.
Yeah, Charlie Kroll just was there a little bit early, and that's gonna give the Saints a first down.
I hate that for Charlie. He's one of the great kids in the grade, but he'll bounce back. He's had a tremendous game down there on the line, tremendous season.
Yeah.
All right, fakes the reverse. Hardy Mitchell.
Oh, he is going to stay in bounds. He could have easily taken that up over to the sideline. He's going to keep the clock rolling, stay in bounds, move the chains. You couldn't ask for more if you're a Saints fan. All right, we got a first down, and we're going to be under 5 minutes when this ball is snapped.
All right, there's still time if you're Dallas, but you have got to stop them on this series right here. They cannot get one more first down. Jacob's going to take all the time he needs. You got Bulky coming strong side. Cuts it up the middle.
And, he 5 yards. Quick 5 yards.
Yeah.
The middle, led by Weaver Hanson. Tackled by Cam Turner.
And I know John Hanson's got to be proud of both his boys. He's got both Fitz and Weaver on this team. Weaver's done a tremendous job today. You just heard Ty Tyson call his name. He snapped it and then led the way there. Right up the gut.
And right up the gut. We're going to have 3rd and about 1.
And Bulky up the middle. Leading the way again, Weaver Hanson.
Still got 2 timeouts if you're the Cowboys.
Tackle made by Charlie Kroll.
So it's 3rd down. You've got to think they're going to run behind West Queen here.
It's been working for them all year long. They get into that bunch formation. They put Bulky behind center.
And he's so hard to find. He's a little bit shorter. And this is going to be interesting. Jacob's going to call timeout.
We got a timeout. Saints. That's such a big play. They're gonna make sure everybody's on the same page. They know exactly what they're running. They know who they're going to block.
This is a blitzable down too. It'll be interesting to see if they send Parks and Mackey in there. All right,
we're going to go back to the huddle. Still don't see Dallas in their goal line. We'll see if we're going to see. We'll see if the linebackers shoot through those gaps. No, they're going to stay at home, and it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close.
They're calling it 4th down.
They're calling it 4th down. It is huge play, and
I know there's a lot of people that would question Jacob here for going for this, but he can only punt it by the rule 8 yards to the 20, so he's going to go for this.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got to run behind West Queen. And it looks like they're coming in the bunch formation. Power Saint right behind West Queen.
Ooh,
and he got it.
He did. He did. First down. Big play.
And by the time
Looks like Van lost a shoe.
It looks like
Van may have to leave for a play.
Official timeout here.
And an equipment malfunction.
Got to get the shoe back. Got to get the shoe back on the show pony here. Good friend John Bastar going to send in some words of encouragement into his son Charlie.
Yep. You know who's the loudest dad on the sideline? You know, all of the Saints were asked this, and there was a unanimous answer. Any guesses there, Frank?
Again, I would probably assume it was John, but well intentions, great guy.
Yep. You know, Charlie's dad got a vote, so.
All right, he stayed in bounds though.
Inbounds, clock's rolling. Looks like this will take us to the 2-minute warning. No, Chester's going to call timeout ahead of the 2-minute warning. 2:06. 1 timeout left. We'll get a stoppage at the 2-minute warning. So there's still plenty of time for the Cowboys here. They've got to make a stop. They cannot allow another first down, or this game may be on ice.
The scoreboard shows 1 timeout. Had the Cowboys taken a timeout this half?
They just took a timeout.
Oh, excuse me.
Yep.
I was thinking we were going the 2-minute warning. Heads up play there, but sorry, I lost concentration. Commissioner Ty Tyson's in the booth next to me trying to tell me something. No idea what he's saying. Probably wanted to talk about baseball. All right, here we go, Bulky.
Weak side, and he is not going to get there. Brooks Key fired in, made the stop.
Tackled by
Edward Drennan, excuse me. Yeah. Edward Drennan firing in there.
Great play, Edward Drennan, down to the 2-minute warning, so it's going to be 3rd and long. Really good play there.
And, you know, solid timeout. If you look back previous play, took timeout ahead of the 2-minute warning. That's working out for them.
Yeah, so what's going to be interesting here is, clearly the Saints are going to run the ball. Chester will likely take a timeout after this play, which would give him
3rd down and 12.
Roughly, if they don't get the first, it's going to give them roughly about a minute 55, 54.
All right, well, we've got Caleb Donovan out there on the wide side of the field.
Let me ask something, Michael. Are we in 4-down territory technically? Do you think they would go for it? Let's see. Fakes the reverse. Camp Turner misses it.
With a miss.
Bulky's got the first and
more. And he is going to score.
Van Bulky.
That is a touchdown.
Running all the way to River Run there.
Van Bulky with 6. Just hard running. Again, went to the weak side.
Man, oh man, Van Bulky. With the only 2 touchdowns of the game, and that is probably enough to seal the deal for New Orleans.
You know, Van's favorite player is Reggie Bush.
It looks like
he looks like a little Reggie Bush out there.
He's going to be stopped there.
2-point conversion, no good.
Minute 51, 13-0.
Man, and I'll tell you, this second half with Brooks Key and Bulky and Graham and Donnell and Queen and Roy winning the line of scrimmage, that's what's going to do it for the Saints. And they're going into a prevent. Here's a pass to Mackey.
Mackey
breaks a couple tackles. Mackey.
He's still running. All right.
Corey Davis, pass complete to Mac.
They're going to have to move. They're going to move.
It'll be interesting to see if Chester will clock this.
Clock is running. Cowboys are going to.
He knows he needs that time
on the line
out.
of scrimmage. Gordy Davis.
Ball's
loose.
And Van
Belkey is on it, but then we've got Crawford Davis with the recovery.
Heck yeah,
Or no, not Crawford. No. It was Crawford's on the Cowboys. It was
Vance Graham.
Vance Graham with the recovery, and that's going to seal it. We're going to see victory formation, most likely, unless the Saints want to pass the rock, give a few folks opportunity to carry the ball.
Man, and I'll tell you, there's probably nobody happier. He coached a couple Super Bowls, never won one. His son played in it last year. Patrick Roy, Mike Roy down there, nicknamed No Ring Roy, is no ring, no more. The Saints are going to do it, and this should be it.
This is it. Well, congratulations. Both teams have had just an outstanding season. The Cowboys are going to end at 5-2, but hats off. Fantastic season all the way.
And there it is. That'll do it.
Saints are going to move to 6-2. They just wouldn't be denied. They would not be denied.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. Van Bulke may not be the biggest kid in this grade, but he is a hard runner. He scored both the touchdowns for the Saints. Just a tremendous effort. You hate to see anybody lose these games because it means so much to the players and coaches, but hats are off to New Orleans and Jake Wheeler, what he's done with this team. Really, really fantastic job. Congratulations, everybody. And, Michael, I got to tell you, I enjoyed it. I hate there was a little bit of a contract issue with Commissioner Drennan after last year's game, but hopefully he'll have us back for the 5th grade Super Bowl.